Fellow Caymanians and residents, as we come to the end of another year, I wish you and your loved ones a blessed new year filled with good health and much happiness. This past year has certainly been an eventful one. The early part of the year was filled with the sights, sounds, and excitement of the elections. I suspect that with 63 candidates vying for your attention, by the time election day came around, you were probably as relieved as the candidates were that it would all soon be over. Indeed, this past election was historic for several reasons. It was the first general elections based on single-member constituencies and the principle of one person, one vote. This was a major change in our electoral process and one that has had and will continue to have a significant impact on the outcome of our general elections, as well as on the way voters and politicians approach local politics. Important to me was the record number of female candidates vying for election in 2017. I'm hopeful that we will continue to see more women not only stand for election, but to also be elected to serve as members of the Legislative Assembly. A better gender balance in the Legislative Assembly would serve our islands well. Following the elections, whilst candidates linked to political parties won the majority of seats, no political party came out as the clear winner. So the country was left nervously waiting to see who would form the new government. In the end, I am happy that I, along with the Honourable Speaker and other colleagues, were able to come together and find common ground to form a government of national unity. From the feedback I have received, the vast majority of the country is happy and relieved with the government we formed. I am honoured to have the privilege to serve as a representative of the people of Red Bay in the Legislative Assembly, as well as to serve again as your Premier. I am also privileged to serve for almost 7 years now as the political leader of the Progressives. I thank you, the electorate, and I thank the members of the Progressives for the confidence you continue to display in me over these many years. As you will have seen, your government has been working hard over the past 7 months on plans to move Cayman forward, improve the lot of Caymanians, and to make the Cayman Islands an even better place to live, to work, and to raise our families. And with the passage of our first 2-year budget, we have ensured that our expenditure matches those plans. I am happy to report that the future of our islands remains bright. We are continuing to build on the solid foundation left by the previous administration. We have set ambitious goals for this term, and along with continuing the major projects of the last administration, we are also undertaking several major initiatives that will change the way government operates and will move our islands forward. I'm proud that this government is investing more in education than any previous government, over $228 million over the next 2 years, which includes funding for additional teachers and support staff, as well as improvements to primary schools and to progress the building of John Gray High School. We have allocated about $180 million to various other infrastructure projects, such as improved road networks, a new mental health facility, as well as funding the much anticipated new solid waste management facility to handle refuse from all 3 landfills. When complete, it will be an achievement that every Caymanian and resident can be proud of. Importantly, it will at last solve an environmental concern that has plagued all 3 islands for decades. The new year will also bring with it the completion of the enhanced Owen Roberts International Airport, another long overdue project of which every Caymanian and resident can be proud. The Georgetown Revitalization Project will also roll into the next phase. The road improvements will continue, and early in the new year, the work on both the Esther Litibitz Highway and Phase 1 of the Linford Pearson Highway expansion will be completed. The new year will also bring in a dedicated community policing program, and we will also begin development of a new Coast Guard and Border Protection Agency. Protecting our borders and preventing the arrival of illegal guns, drugs, and people is a key initiative of this government. Maintaining a vibrant economy is another key initiative. Investor confidence and optimism in our economy can be seen throughout the islands, with many development projects underway or in the works. Indeed, as the Cayman Compass recently reported, and I quote, "After a record year for development, in terms of the number and the value of projects approved by the Central Planning Authority, Cayman looks to be on the brink of another construction boom." This optimism and confidence in Cayman does not happen by chance. It is the result of a responsible and responsive government, coupled with an innovative private sector and an efficient and effective workforce. It is this optimism in Cayman and our future that is helping drive our economy. And as our economy continues to grow, we have seen tremendous increases in employment opportunities for Caymanians, and Caymanian unemployment continues its downward trend. A growing economy with a growing job base is a good thing for Cayman and Caymanians. We are working to ensure that as the economy expands, every Caymanian willing and able to work has an opportunity for employment. We will continue to support the creation and expansion of small businesses, as well as promoting the Cayman Islands tourism and financial services industries. Tourism is doing well, with a record number of stayover visitors in 2017, and cruise tourism seeing growth as well. This will continue into the new year. Our financial services industry, despite challenges, continues to perform well. But as we all know, we need to be vigilant and continue to fight to ensure that we keep this vital part of our economy intact. This is why we have been engaging directly with decision makers in the United Kingdom, the European Union, and the United States. We will soldier on, and I am optimistic that we will continue to win the battles to come. I will say this: I and the government will defend Cayman, our people, and our economy wherever and whenever we need to. I spoke earlier of making the lot of Caymanians better. An expanding economy will certainly do this, but there are those for whom a booming economy also may not help sufficiently. So beginning in 2018, our seamen, veterans, and those on permanent financial assistance will receive a long-awaited increase in the assistance provided by government. Retired civil servants with pensions less than that received by poor relief recipients will also receive an additional sum that will allow them to receive a decent pension. These increases will benefit some 2,179 persons, 855 seamen, 123 veterans, and 901 persons being helped through financial assistance, and 300 retired elderly civil servants. As 2017 closes and 2018 begins, there is much that we can be grateful for. Let us also count our blessings and thank God for sparing us during a hurricane season that was so devastating to our region, including our sister Caribbean British Overseas Territories. I am very thankful that we were in a position to offer them some assistance in their time of need. Providing this assistance was certainly a highlight for me personally and for Cayman as one of the UK's most successful overseas territories. In the new year, we have plans to celebrate the 60-year anniversaries of the Cayman Islands coat of arms and our first constitution. Her Majesty the Queen approved the royal warrant assigning our coat of arms in May 1958, and our first constitution was approved by Order in Council in May 1959, in the run-up to the independence of Jamaica. This was a hugely significant event, setting the Cayman Islands on a course of constitutional and economic development which continues today. And over the course of 2018, government will also revive the awarding of the Order of the Cayman Islands to worthy individuals. Our intention is to award up to 3 classes, namely Companion, Officer, and Member of the Order of the Cayman Islands. And we will also incorporate medals for bravery as part of the revived regime. While we continue to uplift Caymanians, this government will remain a good steward of the country's finances. We will continue to grow the economy in 2018 so that Caymanians can benefit and raise happy and productive families. And we will continue to ably represent the Cayman Islands overseas and to fight our cause when and where needed. A new year is always a hopeful time. While 2017 may have provided personal challenges for some of us, we can look back at the past year with the belief that there are brighter days ahead. Although our challenges at times can seem great, each of us, with the help of God, can find the courage and the determination to rise up and meet the challenges that life brings our way. This has always been the Caymanian way. Our resilience and resourcefulness as a people are what enabled our forebears to eke out a living on these 3 small rocks in the Caribbean Sea, creating homesteads, raising families, and plying the oceans of the world. From humble beginnings, we have, over generations, created a modern country that has welcomed people from diverse parts of the world. More than 130 nationalities now call these islands home. Today, our islands remain a wonderful place to live and work, a safe place to raise our children and celebrate family and community. At the end of the day, Caymanians are still a welcoming, caring, and loving people. I hope we as a people never lose these traits. On behalf of my government and from my family to yours, I again wish each of you and your families God's richest blessings and a very happy, healthy, peaceful, and prosperous new year.